Okay, so this is a 2-stone handicap game, and I'm black playing 4Q player. So he's taken the upper right, and I'm just going to take the lower right on the 3-4 with the view of setting up a Chinese opening on the right hand side of the board. Yeah. I'm just going to kill the camera feed so that I get a bit more bandwidth there, so we're on sound only, if that's okay. Okay, so he's approached my lower left on the 4-4. It's a knight move approach. I think I'm a bit low on the bottom side because one option I'm just going to toggle coordinates. One option would be to pincer him, but he'll then drive into the corner and I'm too low. So I'm just going to do a knight move defense and make a base for my stone on the left hand side. And he slid into the corner, so we know how this Joseki goes. I've got something very robotic going on here.
Yeah, it looks like Ben's feed has
What's going on there?
Can everyone still see the feed from me?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So he's been quite aggressive now, and I've got to decide whether to worry about that at all. But I think that the points that I have here are Miai, and by Miai I mean if he attacks me around C10, I can defend in the corner. So I'm just going to take a big point on the right hand side of the board. And that's the attack. That's the attack I expected. So now I've got to make sure I've got 2 eyes in the lower right hand corner. Sorry, the lower left hand corner. Yep. And what I'm thinking about here is I'm thinking about playing at B9 to trap him inside my shape, or to make sure I've got a living group here. Okay, so he's Hane. That's a little bit aggressive. Yeah. So the exchange here is that he gets a Ponuki inside my shape and I get the outside. Okay, so he's now attacking the corner, and I've got to make 2 eyes to live here. Okay, so I'm just play this one first, because he's also short of eye space here, and then I can come up. So my lower left hand corner group is now alive. It's got 2 eyes, and I've now got to turn my attention to the little Zig rune, this group here. So I'm going to jump once here, trying to build up some momentum and some power to then go and attack the corner at C16. Okay, so he's come up to protect his eye shape, and so I'm now going to pincer his stone. So this is a fairly aggressive opening by both of us. Okay. I've still got the big point on the right hand side. What I'm thinking about now is whether he can drop at B12, but I'm not sure he can, because he can block, I think. Okay, I'm going to push under first, because I've got an outside liberty for this group. If he comes out, then I can connect under at B12. Yeah, so I've made him run. Okay. And then I'll drive him down. Okay. So both of these exchanges are quite good for me, right? He's looking to make, that's threatening an Atari on that line there. I've got a couple of options. I could play here, I could play at b13, but then he gets another push at a15, and I don't want him to have sente moves against me, so I'm just going to connect solidly in this case so that he doesn't get a sente. So now he takes his sente to attack the corner. Now I could defend that side. He's enlarged. There's a big open space on the top side of the board in this area here. Or I could come in on the lower left around M3, or indeed invade here, or I could prep for the invasion. I'm going to prep for the invasion here to unsettle this white group on the lower side. Okay, so he's responded, so that was a sente. So I'm going to come up, which helps me build points around the lower right hand corner. And there comes the attack on the lower right corner. So I just need to live here, because he's just created yet another weak group, and he's come up, and he's a little bit crowded here. A little bit crowded, because he can't naturally he'd like to extend out to R9, but stone's in the way. So see how his white group has become a little bit cramped in there. Okay, and so now I can make a base for my group and take some more points. So he hanes. Always hane in the head of 2 stones. Yeah, so now he goes like this. And then we're going to, I've got to protect that cutting point, so we protect the cutting point. Is everyone getting the stream? Because you're all being very quiet.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, we're okay, Robin. Keep going.
Okay, so he's now just making a living group, but he's not getting many points. He's just managing to live here. So now we do a point estimate. Okay, so I've got to do something with that upper right hand side, because all of my groups are alive. He's got a weak group on the lower left, so I'm going to attack this and attack his lower left group by splitting it in 2. And he didn't like that. And because he responded, so I'm just making a shape which keeps the stones on D, E, F 2 and 3 away from the stones on K, L. Okay, so he's haned. Oh, and that's a double hane, but this ends in gote for me. So he's making an I shape for that group. Okay, so now I'm not going to worry about
Robin?
that. Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah. What was the result when you just said you wanted to do a quick count there? Did it look like you were probably doing it ahead on points? I thought you were, so
no.
You're just kind of just holding on to what you've got.
Yeah, I'm just holding on to what I'm still got an eye. I'm looking at the upper right hand side, the top center, that big open space. But I've got to get this black group that I've created, this weak group that I've created between his 2 shapes out.
No, sorry, but what did you say when you? I thought you said you were going to have a quick count of the score.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Oh, you didn't do it? Oh, I could. Cheeky. Well, okay.
So I've got to keep these groups apart. So I will keep these groups apart. Yeah. And this group has got to get out. Okay. So I would very much like if I jump out and he pushes my wedge. So I'm just reading out the board here. Okay, I'm going to play this move because I'm now threatening to wedge through at K5. That's what that move is threatening. So he responds to that. So that enables me to jump again. Okay. And so I'm now aiming to connect the black stones in the center with the black group over on the left hand side there, because the black group that's coming up from the lower side has no eyes. Its only way it's going to live without being kicked and bullied by my opponent is by giving it some connection to a living group, an eyed group. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, white's aware of that. And so white's made this move. So what I had in mind here, and what I'm now going to play, is I'm going to play the cut. And the cut I want to play is at E7, because the E7 cut threatens to kill the whole of that white group on the lower side. That's the cut that I've been aiming for a while, because that puts a super threat onto that white group. Okay, so now I can jump out here. This might all go horribly wrong, fellas, you know.
What? And that never happens to me, ever.
This might all go horribly wrong and might end in a resigned game, but as long as you're following it and as long as it is interesting, then my job is done. What I'm worried about... Go on.
I was just saying, it's fascinating just to watch your moves
Game
as
started.
compared to the moves I'm making in my head and going, oh, I wouldn't have done that. That's interesting.
Well, that's good. That's a good way of looking at it, Chris. So what I'm doing now is okay, it is time for a quick count. So I'm like black lower right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, maybe 15 points. Black lower left, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10 points, 25. Black left hand side, 5, 30 points to black. Upper right corner for black, black needs a stone at Q17. Ooh, that's a cheeky move, isn't it? But that'll do the trick.
Is that middle white group the one with the 3 stones and then the 4 below it? Is that got 2 eyes?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Why would he play a G8?
So can he wedge? Yes, he can wedge. He's got 2 moves now, which is quite nice for him. If he plays at E8, I can't connect because it becomes an Atari. But if I play at if I protect there by playing at E9, he's going to cut me. He's going to cut me in 2. So I can maybe not kill his group, but I can get out. So I'm going to do this wedge first, because I don't mind if he grovels for life. Groveling, making your opponent grovel for life is good, because this creates a cutting point. If he blocks now and I connect, he's got to worry about the cutting point. Okay, so he's gone for that. He said, I'm going to kill you there, but I'm going to kill him here. So that's an exchange. Does this work for him? Oh, it's nasty. He's short on liberties. So am I. He's reading it now. Okay. Alright, let's read it out. I've got to play here.
Game started.
The problem here is there's now a throw-in. If white throws in at N7, that point there, I can't take because it snaps back. It's created a snapback, which is a very nice move. So I'm going to play there to take the snapback away.
He plays at 09.
Yeah, he's gonna play. He's gonna. The best we can do here is make a ko.
Who doesn't love a good co-fight?
If I play at, if I run out, I'm sure he'll take my stone. If I play that and he takes the ko and I take that. It's not a nice ko for me. It's not a nice ko for me. Okay, is there a ko that I can win? Let me think. White, black, ko, connect. I don't think I've got enough liberties for this ko fight. Got a nice ko threat though. What the hell with it? Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. There's the ko fight. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. He gets to kill me anyway. He gets to kill me anyway.
Oh yeah, look at that.
He gets me nicely done, mate. So all that turns to nothing and he gets out there. That's fine, so I'll take that, and now he will have to take me, which is a sente, so we'll take this one here to make sure they're all out.
Oh.
I've just got to be careful about my group in the lower right. It's not a disaster, that's some points. Yeah, beautiful move. That's exactly the right move for him to play. He's kind of, don't care all about that. Look at this big space here. Okay. This move on the Kosumi that we've just played here is a very nice move. What I want to do is I want to keep his group on the left hand side away from the group on the right hand side. Yeah. Which way to play here? Let's come up. I'm unafraid of the cut at H18 because I can simply counter Atari and then connect. Yeah. Yeah. And then we need to do something over on this side, but I think I need to he's going to honey on top of my 3, which I don't really want him to do. So this is now I've split the top side, which is good. I need to protect quite urgently the upper right corner. Of course. Of course, beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. What do we do here? Do we double honey or do we attack here? Or there, or just connect. We'll just connect here and take our few points as they come. Thank you. And now we just play something really cheeky. Yeah, so he answered, which is always a good thing if your opponent answers your cheeky sentence. Okay, we're looking for points on this board now. So the big space for black is on the right hand side. So yeah, that helps me with my territory. And where else do I want some points? I think I've got to go one more time here, but I can jump to get those points on the right hand side. Okay. So I'm just trying to add points to my position on the right hand side. That's fine. And now I want to develop the left hand side. Yeah, that was a... Oh, I quite like that. That's quite a sweet move. He's just making sure that I can't make too much in that area. Was this an even game or was this two-stone? It's two-stone handicap, wasn't it? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. So we've got to count points now, given what we've just been talking about. So let's go black, lower right again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, maybe 15.
Maybe 15.
15, lower left 10, 25, upper right 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. How cheeky is that? Can I trap him inside? I think that's really cheeky. I can trap him inside. I'm not going to get... You're not going to get away with that kind of shit, mate. Yeah, right. Rest. Yeah, exactly. We do it first. Now we'll have that one. What I'd like to do is join both sides together, but he can. Yeah, that's about right. Where's the biggest point? I think that's a Sente, so I'm just going to take that Sente because that secures all that territory on that side. Because he won't want me to take that stone, I don't think. You see, white on the, if you're going back to counting points, oh, that's a great move by him because he's gone, I'm not worried about any of that. I'm just going to make sure that you don't get any points here. So I've got to stay connected now. Yeah, nice. Nice. We'll just push in here. I need to reduce his point count and I'm looking for something nasty. Is that nasty enough? Nah. Ignore that. Yeah. Yeah, that really was quite a nice move, wasn't it? Okay. Okay, so he's giving me lots of Sentes here, but he's building his territory, and he's not worrying about the odd stone here and there. So I'm going to play here so that he can't cut the group out on J14, and he will answer that. Interesting. And cut here. And then come out here. And then take. And then block, make sure I'm connected. So all of these exchanges are ensuring that the center, yeah.
Good afternoon.
Is nobody's point, nobody's territory. So I'm just going to play a couple of endgame Sente moves now, because I'm pretty secure over there. So this one here is a Sente. Yeah. What else does I play here? I think this one is Sente.
Robin, you know, under your little, where the time's going, it's like, is that captures?
No,
that's stones remaining before the clock resets.
The clock resets.
Gotcha.
It's 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
It's 1 minute think time, and then 25 stones in 10 minutes. And if, as long as you play to, hi Ashley, you've just joined us, I see.
Hello.
I'm getting kicked around the board a little bit here, but it was a 2-stone handicap game. Nobody else wanted to play today, so I volunteered.
Oh, nice. Okay. So we can all criticise your moves for a change, huh?
Yeah, you can. You can all pile in if you sit there. So that's a cente. What happens if I push that? What if I do that? Push, block. How about this?
Yeah, that might work.
It might work. I think I look at that and I think it might work. So
And then push.
now what does he do?
Oh, he can just take your 1 stone though, right? At F7 or wherever it is.
Oh yeah, it's the group below that I think I can cut.
Yeah.
I get the points below, which will be game-winning points. If I get that little group on the lower side, I get to kill his group and he gets to cry and resign.
Brutal.
I mean, he can't save that group now, right?
He can't save that group. No, he can't. Because if he pushes down, I just connect and I've bamboo joint at HJ4. So I've taken that little white group, which is interesting because going back right to the start of the game, that was one of my attack targets that he got out. Okay, so he's now gone, you bastard.
Is this going to be a Liberty race? Oh, you can just connect the other one.
Can I just connect out? I can make a bamboo joint, and does it then become a Liberty race? I don't think he can stop me making. He's got to go back. He's got to go back and fix. Otherwise, I just connect here, like this.
Yeah.
And then he's got to stop me connecting out, which gives me a move on the inside. Yeah. And he's also going to get caught in... No, he won't get caught in Damazamari. Yeah.
Who, what now?
Damezamari is it Shortage of Liberty, Robin, or is it Connect and Die? I always forget.
It's a shortage of liberties. If I just connect here and he harnesses, then I Atari, and then if he takes an Atari, he goes down Atari, he's got to connect. And just think, what do you think, Ashley? Is the solution here to connect at C5 rather than... Because if you connect at A5, he'll throw in once and then he'll descend and get the Atari. I need to ensure that I can make two eyes here. What if I just... Because then it becomes a Liberty race. Okay, I'm going to play it this way.
Yeah, that seems clever. Because he can't descend and then try to connect out because it's a snapback.
Yeah. Are you guys still following this? Do you see what's going on in the game now?
Yeah.
Yes.
More or less.
Yes.
How many liberties does that white group have at the bottom? So if you play D1, he plays F1. And then you have to connect back. So 1... Okay, so now you have to play...
He's forced a co now. No, it's not a co. Because I just...
No, it's fine.
I play here.
Mm-hmm.
It is...
You have to play C1 and E1. But yeah, you can play that one first.
If I play if I play C1 and he comes out, then I push, then he can't connect. I can do it.
Yeah, but I don't know whether J1 first. I don't know.
Well, J1 makes a code, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got a double co with F2.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a double code, but it's not because.
Yeah, if black fills in at H1, then white's just dead.
Yeah. He can get some local profit, but I don't think he can get anything that's that big. I don't. Oh, I see. What's he trying to do there? He's going to try and take that group as well, isn't he? He's got the. He'll. Can he go for those 5 stones? I can't let him take. I can't win this co. If he finds out, have I got a co threat that's big enough on the board to compensate for that loss? I've got 1. And the one that I've got is at F9.
F7.
F9?
Or F9, yeah, F9. Yeah.
Is the co-threat that says, okay, you can have those, but I'm going to have these. So that's my 1 co-threat that's worth. So as I've got 1 big co-threat in the bag, I'm going to answer his co-threat. And then I play that threat. Which he answers, and I play. But he's got.
Isn't C1 also a co-threat as well? For you?
C1.
So if white takes. Yeah, so if white takes H1, you can play C1 in response. Because then if white connects, then you can play E1.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one, because he's now got a nice co-threat E. Which he hasn't played, actually, which was a mistake. Because now I could ignore that. So if he takes the curve back and play at C1, is C1 a co-threat? Actually, let me just read it through. If I take that and he takes the co and I play there, he will take the other part, and then I can wedge, but he can't connect.
Yeah, that was my idea.
Yeah,
but there are probably other ones on the board.
Okay, let's take this one, because that was a bad co-threat by him. If I play there and he takes that, I wedge, he can't connect. So yeah, that's a co-threat that he can't answer.
Yeah.
Well, he can't answer directly. He could answer at E1, but then I get to take the co back, and it's then a direct.
Yeah, if he takes the 1 black stone at J1, then at least you get to capture those 4.
Yeah. Okay. That's the co-threat. Oh, now it's a direct co.
He's going to have something really big.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm going to resist that. I can't see. Can I live if he does that? I think I can live there. I'm going to take that off. The game needs to come to an end because we're where we are on time. Okay. So if I play there,
you might Atari at 04.
he might do, but he doesn't. So I can go there. So I take a loss locally, so does he. If I well, it's an exchange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's more tricky than that now because I can't answer at P. Yes, I can. Yeah, so now I can make two eyes here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an exchange, one corner for another. Now what's the score? So that was a Sente push for him. Note, guys, that I had to go back and fix, so he gets a Sente. I've got a couple of squeezes. What's happening there? We just connect there.
K19 is pretty big for you.
K19.
Yeah, because that's Sente for you, but Gote for him.
Yeah.
So we should think about playing there.
Mm-hmm. This creates a shortage of liberties for him.
You mean in as much as he'll need to fill in at E7?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
We see now, now I can wedge from the other side. And that's,
yeah, right. Why did he play there?
Why would he play there? Because I'm indifferent to that, because he's going to fix. And then it sort of snaps back. That's a really bad move by him.
Yeah, so if he plays L2, you capture the bottom stones. If he plays L4, you throw in L2 and then capture.
Yeah, so just throw in here.
Oh, he can take the one stone though, right?
He can, but I take stones on the other side.
Ah, true.
So he resigns now and cries.
Yeah, it seems he lost it in the end game.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah. Maybe it's because it's like midnight in Japan and he's a bit tired.
Don't. You have to praise my genius play. Come on. He's going to attack the black group on J. No, B won't get it. Okay, that's come. Okay, we're endgaming.
That's another strange move by him.
That's a point in Sente. That's a Sente. And then we've got to do something about here, but we can do... I'm starting to come to Gote now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just going to protect the points here. Not many of them, but that's because eventually he'll let. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like this. How about that?
Yeah, seems like you can capture that one stone because he can't afford for you to play at E17.
No, if I play at E17, the 4 stones die. And so he's got to let me have that stone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you've got 5, 8 on the left side.
Yeah, we were doing positional analysis, guys. What's the position on the board?
25, 33, 6, 43,
yeah, you had to go to that one.
47, 8. I think you have about 48.
I have about 48.
5,
6, 1,
and
2,
13.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 7, 6, 15. 1.
Right,
3,
I'm just going to connect there once
5,
first.
20, 5, 8.
He's got very yeah. So these.
Yeah, that's about my count.
If I push there once, push Satari, and connect there. I'm going to take that one for 2 points. Yeah. And then we can just connect here for a point in Gote, and I have to connect again. That's more Gote. So have we done the count yet?
No, sorry, I
You
was
got about
interrupted.
45.
Shall I do it? Oh, actually, I'm playing the game. It's it's much harder when you're actually in the middle of it. Let's go. Left hand side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 45, 26, 27. It's the lower side, isn't it? Is where it all is. 27 there. 28, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 55 to black. And to white, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
about
12,
40
14,
points
16,
for white.
18, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Yeah, it's quite close. What's the Comey? What is the Comey? Game info. It's only half a point Comey. Right, are there any more points in? That's a point in Gote. If I play here, that should get him, force him to connect. Yeah, and then I'll play that in Gote. And then I've got to connect here. And that's a little co. But so is that a little co. So he should fill his co and I'll fill my co, and we just agree that he wants to play co-fights. So I just take his stones. And he takes the co back. So he wants to win both co's. He's been really greedy here. So I have that co.
I think white might be ahead by about 10.
Well, that would be tragic, wouldn't it?
I'm not very good at counting, so but that's my feeling.
Okay, it's white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that a co-threat? Nah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 45, 67, 28, 30.
Oh, wait, but those white stones are dead. Okay, I miscounted.
He wants to win both of these co's, which is really not very nice. It's not very fair of him.
Can you not just take the other one back?
Yeah, I can.
The co on the...
Yeah, we've only got one co each now, and actually we're kind of almost duty obliged to just fill them and let the game end. Yeah, he fills one, I fill the other. We agree that the game is done.
Yeah, I think you might have won by about 5.
I might have
5 or
won,
10.
or he might have won.
I think you might have won by 5 or 10. I didn't realise those white stones were disconnected on the bottom.
Yeah, it's the half a point Comey is the.
Just looking at the captures as well.
25.
I think you were ahead by about. Yeah, I think you were ahead by about the number of captures.
Okay. He's passed. So I pass. And he passes. And we mark the dead stones. And we type thank you for the game. Whoops. Game. And we say black by 7.5.
Wow. closer than I thought.
Nice game. Those little tactics at the end game were the difference.
He actually gave me the game. That mistake on the lower edge. Okay. Time. Half an hour. So, do you want? Have you got some look through your material, Ashley? Any comments on the game, guys, before we?
It was just wild to watch.
Yeah, it was good.
Wild to watch.
Yeah.
What was interesting about it? Just you're looking at a game that's maybe 10 Q above where you're playing at the moment. And
yeah, just thinking like, oh, I would go here, and then watching where you would place, and be like, oh, I didn't see that, or not quite understanding where you're going to take something, and then be like, oh, that's how that worked out. It's
I'm just. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
I go back.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit, Robin. So I don't know whether it's your bandwidth.
It might be.
Yep. Might have to drop some video. Drop some webcams out of the chat.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I'll drop my webcam out as well. I just want to go. For me, I thought the game was a great game. It was a fun game. It was quite well fought and close, and we both knew what was going on, and we were both seeing pretty much the same stuff in the same time. And this was all normal. Right, this was the move that won the game. Can everyone see here? But then black connects, and again white can't drive down because black connects. That was the whole bit, and that then launched that code fight. It was that won the game. I think if we go back to this point before that move by white, we just do a quick estimate score on that one. I think white's ahead. Let's see what that says. Yeah, so white by 7.5. So that's a really classic example of I didn't exactly count it, but I had a feel that I was behind on the board, and so I needed to do something radical, and so I was scanning the board for a radical move that would actually give me some advantage back, and that's what that sequence, even though it then triggered this really nasty co-fight that ended up. And did everyone understand the co-threats that were played? Were they all obvious? What was going on? What the exchanges were? Yeah. This co-threat here was actually saying, if you don't connect, then I'll kill this white group here. So I was prepared to exchange the group on the lower side for that group there. That's what was happening in that, and that's why that exchange took place. Anything else? Any other comments? Or are we done with that for now? Yeah, that was that. Oh, the crazy move that he did. That was okay. Living there, we did this, and we did this, and we did this, we did this, we did this, we did this. Yeah, this move was wrong by him. He didn't need to do this. And again, once he descended, I could push. He'd have to connect, and then the throw-in killed him like that. Actually, at this point, had white played? Yeah, it was white's move. White simply had to be patient and play there. And if we look at the score estimator now, it's saying white by 12.5. So I won that game on those maneuvers on that lower edge because the other territories didn't change substantially. Okay.
Do you think he was counting on you playing somewhere else?
I'm not.
When he made that move?
I just think he didn't see it.
You'd think he didn't read it through. He didn't read.
Yeah, I don't think he noticed that there was a shortage of liberty there, because if he didn't play down, then he would have had one liberty spare to connect everything up. But the fact that you played that wedge move there, he just ran out of liberties. So I'm sure that he didn't see it.
Yeah, if I had a penny for every time that happened.
But I still think the top side was biggest, though. You know, where the was it K19?
The the Hani at K19.
Yeah, because I think that's just a reverse Sente, because that's Sente for you. So, but if white plays there first, it just prevents that move.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed quite big to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's about 6 points.
And did everyone else see this exchange here? That if after black's wedge, white couldn't connect here because black would kill here. Because black has got 3 liberties and white's got 2. And that's what that exchange was about. Okay. Right, I'll stop that. Ashley, you've got a couple of reviews that you wanted to do.